What's up, guys? This is day 3 of me trading my 100k funded challenge. Today I managed to make $150, but it was a very bad day for me because I didn't stick to my trading strategy. I broke my rules and I eventually overtraded. So I want to show you what you can do to prevent the mistakes I've made, and also at the end of the video I'll reveal what steps you can take to not do the same mistake. So this is what essentially I'm going to implement in my trading strategy from tomorrow, because this was like sort of a pattern for me. Overtrading was always a big problem for me. Like I was never, like, there's like two types of traders. Some people, they are scared to enter some trades. They are essentially too careful. They don't want to make a mistake. While in my case, I'm very big risk taker. Like, I always jump in the trades before thinking twice. But some people, they think 10 times before entering the trades, and because of that, they miss out on trades. I never miss out on trades. Just so you know. But I take too many trades, so my overtrading is like my natural problem. And from tomorrow, I think I'll try to get rid of this problem for good. Okay, so let's jump into the charts quickly. I will explain my buys going into the day. I won't take too much time on it. So on 4-hour time frame, this is EURUSD and this is GBP USD. So on 4-hour time frame, we can see that EURUSD yesterday has swept this fractal liquidity. So the high was 810 and here the high was 806. So by 4 pips, the high was swept. On GBP USD, we can see the price was accumulating, tapped this 4-hour order block, and then started giving reaction. So essentially, this could be AMD formation. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution. This is what I was waiting for. But in the morning, I saw some bullish signs. I thought that we could go high, take this high again, and then go lower. Okay. So what has given me this bias? So first of all, on USD, I saw that we swept the inducement. So during Asia, swept inducement, start going higher. And on GBP, we tapped the mirror level. So mirror level is essentially this rectangle. It means the wick that has been aggressively penetrated by another candle's body. And often price comes back to it and goes higher from here. So this was another confidence for me to go bullish. Okay, so let me just go in replay mode and show you what happened before London start. So before London start, what am I seeing? I see that EURUSD has formed this order block and this order block, and GBP has formed this external order block on the right. But at the same time, I see that GBP USD has also tapped a 1 minute precision order block within this 15-minute order block. Okay, so GBP could drop, and then I was expecting it to go higher from here. So high from here to long, and EURUSD the same scenario. So I was waiting to see which one will provide me with an entry. Okay, the second scenario was if there was SMT. So basically, if EURUSD swept this high, and then I was waiting to see short positions from here as well. So that would have been a third sweep of that high that we broke yesterday. Okay, but what do I see at the start of London? So eventually I see that we start going down on GBP. We tap this order block, but no entry was given on 1 minute. So let me just show you. I was considering long in EURUSD. So at the moment, I'm waiting for a break of structure and formation of 1 minute order block. So there was no 1 minute order block in here, and I only see it forming now after this aggressive break of structure. And here I was waiting for retracement and then long from here, but unfortunately price didn't come back to it. It started going higher, and then what I see that we have this 1 minute order block as well at the top of Frankfurt. Okay, so now I'm thinking, okay, do I want to long EURUSD if price comes back to it? Because this bearish move was caused by respecting this bearish PDA. So what I was doing, I was exercising extra cautiousness in this case. So let me show you what I mean by that. So now I see that this candle pattern by pin bar, we tap the order block, and now we should go higher. So now I decided to wait for a break of structure before entering long. Like, I never understood people who place limit positions. For example, if you place the limit order, to long from here, then you essentially would have been stopped because price just died, So this is some extra confirmation I implement, and as you can see, it prevented me of having a stop loss this time. This was it for the London session. I didn't see any more setups, but the real fun starts during New York when I actually start taking trades, and that went really, really bad. So let me just explain to you what has happened. So this is New York. My trading view is lagging so bad today. I don't know what's happening. This was really bad trading conditions, first of all. So USD is just consolidating, but then I saw that we have SMT formed on between GBP and Euro. So GBP has taken Frankfurt's high and like London's high as well, while Euro was just consolidating within London. So this time I'm waiting to see if I can find any confluence to short, because I was overall short, given the fact that GBP has formed this trendline liquidity. Now GBP has swept this IDM once on 1 hour time frame, see sweep 1, and then this could be potential sweep 2. So I'm like, okay, we could now target this internal liquidity, so this FEG. And what happens is I wait for the next 15-minute candle. This is basically an engulfing candle pattern when the next candle fully closes below the previous candle's low. And this is already enough confidence for me, paired with SMT, to short. So I drop a 1 minute time frame to see if I can see any setups. So my classic strategy says I need to wait for a break of structure. We got it. And then I need to wait for a price to tap 1 minute order block. So let's see if it taps it. Yes, it comes back, taps it. Then I see this tap, and now I have to take my trade because this is my strategy, right? So I enter position 1% risk. This is my first trade. Then I see that we get another break of structure here, and price retraces, taps into the second 1 minute order block and goes down. And I'm like, what if I can double my position? Very stupid decision. Okay, this was something I used to do in the past, but today the greed kicked in and I decided to add another position. So as soon as I saw this 1 minute pin bar, like, see this sweep of liquidity in 1 minute. So we swept this inducement in 1 minute, close with the pin bar, and at that moment I'm like, all right, surely this is going to go lower now. Let me add another position. So here I only raised 0.5, reduce my stop loss from the first position to this, and I was really confident it's going to go lower, but a minute later I realized it was a very dumb decision. Yeah, so I got stopped. I wasn't feeling really bad about it because this was in line with my trading strategy. However, the second trade was something that really annoyed me a lot because I promised myself many times I'm not going to do it, but I did it. So now I'm down 1.5%, so $1,100 in my account. Then I wait for price to show me if I can short further. Then what I see is another sweep of the 1 minute order block, and this is something I would normally take as well, because there's two ways you can trade order block, right? A tap of order block and a sweep of order block. So this is what we've got: sweep and an aggressive 1 minute bearish candle. So I'm like, okay, this time I'm not gonna jump on it straight, I'm just gonna wait for a little bit. So I'll wait a couple minutes and I decide to enter. Okay, this is my second position, and my stop loss obviously at this high, and soon enough found out it was also a stop loss. So now I'm down minus $2,500. My trading strategy says I should only risk $2,000 per day. So I'm already exceeding my limit. At this point, I should have said, okay, Vlad, stop. You cannot trade anymore. You should close the charts. But silly me decided to trade more. So I'm watching the charts and I see that we come back into the 1 minute order block again. So just so you know, there are two 1 minute order blocks within this 15-minute order block, okay? First time, we tapped it during Frankfurt and basically respected it so well that we just took Asian's low. So it was a very good bearish move. If you could catch that, that would be a very good trade. And the second time we tap it during New York. And then the upper 1 minute order block was tapped after I got stopped after the third time. So now I see we tap it. And what is DXY doing at that time? DXY showed me very nice long position. So if you go on 15 minute, you will see that DXY basically was doing AMD formation. So accumulating, swept this inducement, all these equal lows, and formed a pin bar. So at this point I'm like, all right, this is probably like the last chance for me to short, so I need to try it. I shouldn't have even looked at the charts at that time, okay? And given the fact that DXY looked really bullish to me, I decided to short based off 1 minute confirmation. Let me show you what I've seen. So I was waiting for a swing failure pattern. So swing failure pattern is essentially when we go up and we don't get a break of structure. It would have been here, but we go up and we do this. This is a swing failure pattern. So as soon as you get the swing fail, you enter here. So you would have a position like that. Okay, something like this. But because I already lost like 3 times before, I decided to take it really safe and put my stop loss a bit higher. So look what happens. It accumulates and then sweeps liquidity of this accumulation. So see, 1, 2, 3. This liquidity swept and we get an aggressive move down. But I decided not to enter here because I was being really careful now, and I decided to short after this low was being broken. So from here I entered short and ended up being a very good idea. But again, I wouldn't have been sad if this was my first or second trade of the day. But because I was already down 2,500, and even if I lost this fourth last trade, I would have been down like 3,500 for the day, which is well above my limit. So I feel really bad about it. But now what I found out is this problem of overtrading usually happens during New York. So if you have the same trading style like me, you wake up for London and then you trade New York, I've noticed that my focus and my risk management and my trading rules are not being respected by myself during New York. So I think from tomorrow, I'm going to stop trading New York, given the fact also that Trump is being really confusing nowadays with his tariffs. It's more like, it's definitely way harder to trade New York now, like than it was, for example, before he became president. Like, this is a fact. A lot of people will tell you that trade, it's harder now to trade during Trump. So there's a lot of surprises you may get, like a sweeps of liquidity that you didn't expect during random time of the day. So I think I'm just going to stick just to London session and see how it goes from there. In terms of this trade, I'm not happy with how today went. This second trade should have never happened. Third trade, it's okay, but the last trade also should have never happened because I was already down more than 2% on my account. So yeah, I can quickly break down the last trade as well. Why did I decide to put my TP there? Is because basically after we tapped this 1 minute order block, we got a good reaction. Then what I noticed is we have this order block at the bottom that I was targeting earlier. We have this also external liquidity. So external liquidity is essentially the last swing before the external order block. So external order block, I think I already mentioned in the video about order blocks. I'll put it up there. It's the order block which stays the last in the range before like the range is broken. So this is the last order block, and external liquidity is the last point of liquidity before order blocks being tapped. So usually price can just, if this external liquidity was here, it could have just swept and gone higher. But in this case, I decided to go really safe because I was already down a lot. I decided not to risk it, so I closed it here. This is basically it, guys. If you have any advice on how I can stop overtrading, I would really appreciate it. Put it down in the comments. I'm really working on it, and I hope I will not do this anymore. But you know, we're all humans. If this happens, I will just take accountability for that, like as a grown up. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. Thanks for watching.